Alright, I'll try not to screw it up.
Oh boy, I don't even know if I remember how to play this class.
I know it's been like, what, 3 weeks?
Crash course. You have yourself a
I think I have more hit points than you would, Solenta. For now.
As I break 22k now.
Woohoo!
How do you have so much HP? Okay.
What, me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even have VIT on all of my accessories anymore.
Yeah, like, and I do.
He's got a 260 chest and a 250 pants. You have 250 chest and 230 pants.
Well.
Work on your eye level, scrub.
Oh.
Aren't you getting the 260 pants?
More than that. More than 10 seconds. Like, preferably 18 or more.
I'll fire mine off. I already have it set up. There.
Yay.
Oh, so come on. Did you notice that they changed the way that improved benefit works?
It's much better.
It is like actually worthwhile now.
What? That was doing so well.
Oh. I guess I was the same person. Oops.
Oh.
Drazin, if you're talking, I'm not hearing anything coming out. Check your mute.
Hello?
I think he needs
hold
the
on.
tank.
Oh, my bad.
Drazin, not Drevin.
Let me turn my music down so I can hear you a little better.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Kanata, I know you left DPS, but can we get at least a sucker? Just one?
I already indom and
No. Sucker, not indom.
When?
Before the multiple hits in a row.
It's 15.
It's a bus?
Sorry. It's a 1500 heal. It is 3 ticks of whisper.
Yeah, well, you know what? Some people died by less than 1500 hit points.
Okay.
It's mostly just the padding, you know? Like Sakuya. Thank you. Now's when I would fish for cards.
Wait, do you guys like doing this at 45 degrees or the 180?
Wait, what are these markers?
Just put them up for reference sakes.
We like them on the A line and the C line.
Tank him at A until, I guess, after we kill Faust, and then you switch over to C.
And it's pretty much there for the rest of the fight.
And we spin clockwise. And a sec.
Gotta scooch back a bit.
Go ahead and spread out.
You got the res.
Oops.
Alright, rotate.
Oh man. I mean, you're just like went to fucking slow-mo for a sec.
Vote on maintain.
It's not up.
You can switch to the TP turret if you want.
Double triple.
Goats up for 1 sec.
I could use her too.
Oh no, I missed
Missed one.
Why am I not able to move? Ultrafine.
The next one is the LBO.
Next one.
Next one.
Oh, it's inside.
Did I just grab the wrong fucking one?
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
I don't know that it will matter, but we'll see.
Come off the bomb with fucking
Yeah, you want to grab the ones that are over by where Valletta is.
Gotcha. If this results in a wipe, I'm sorry.
Oh, they'll give him 3 stacks.
Is that more than he would normally have?
No,
Nope,
that's
it gave
so wide.
it gave him the defense up thing.
Oh, and he healed him. That's right.
Okay, I'll make sure to grab the right ones next time.
No, it's the left ones.
You know what I mean.
Carrot's just being a carrot.
Yeah, the TP consumption is specifically why I don't AoE the packs. I just single target them.
Yeah, I gotta do something differently.
My skill speed is too high to AoE in this fight.
Yeah, mine's 762. Which is 230 higher than it should be.
857.
Yeah, I'm at 725. Way too fucking high.
857 and then Bhutan.
What I'm hearing, Drevin, is you want more parry.
Yes, I do,
My
actually.
goads. Supposed to be my goads.
Yeah, you're stepping into Midori's territory. She's gotten all the goads since A6.
Also, when you're pulling the ads, can you put them closer to the boss?
Yeah, I can do that. I wasn't sure where exactly to put them, so...
I mean, realistically, anywhere on the platform is fine. But if it's closer to the boss, then
Go for it.
Alright, queuing. Or, yeah.
no crits.
I'll get Tylead.
You can't go there twice.
That was close.
Nope.
Birthday.
Exercise. Oh, you have to get behind the rock.
I did.
Good.
I'm actually good on NP if you want to like switch to 2P.
I would appreciate that. Man.
Did not miss one this time. What the?
If you get hit by anything, it's about it.
Good to know.
At least they fixed the thing where pet actions would make you drop it.
Unfortunately, that means I missed one.
That's what we actually didn't usually do that. Yeah, you're supposed to get those two. This is the LB.
Okay.
careful.
Oh, I am lagging real hard. Move. Okay, that's it.
Don't need to worry about this trooper.
No,
Nope.
just around.
Lagging pretty hard. Move.
Yeah, it's showing your DC.
That's not good. Oh, I'm 90k.
Ah!
Fuck this fight. Fuck it so much.
Oh, I rolled a
We're never
freaking
getting
10.
jewelry, Kylie. Ever. Ever.
Never.
Never.
It's going to give
We're
it
gonna be
to us.
last.
It's going to give us to after 16 weeks again.
Right,
Again.
after we've bought everything that we need.
Am I allowed to roll on anything?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yay, an 8.
You're kidding, I beat you on a 10?
Well, then you.
That happened to me with the last one, too. I rolled
Oh,
a 2 and the
that's-
guy did a 16.
Oh, that sucks.
Reminds me of Swift's in FF11. We had farmed up an extra pop item just for whoever in case someone got screwed on drops, and my sister rolled an 11, and this other guy was like, ha 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 ha, I'm going to get it now. He rolled a 7. Which was sweet, sweet justice because he was kind of a dick. Kanata's holding up the loot distribution.
Oh. I don't know if I want these.
Ouch.
Throw that on real quick.
Garrett, do you want these?
Yes.
Carrot's like, oh my god, there's piety on it.
I know, right? Piety debt is, in fact, if I remember correctly, like there are no rings with piety on them. I don't think there are piety spell speed earrings.
Alright, well, thanks for coming, Dresden.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man.
User disconnected from your channel.
So,
Definitely weird off tanking, but okay.
So what are we doing? We going into Party
Nice
Finder
job,
now?
Nope, we've got, Timolian is still around.
Yep.
Cool.
I saw that Blood Craze guy left the other link shell earlier.
I kicked him.
Oh. Okay then. So that was one of those where you actually kicked them.
Yes. He seemed insulted that we would even ask if he wanted to go with us. And I was like, alright, well, I don't understand that.
My first 3 squad people will hit level 50 when they finish their 18-hour mission.
Wow. You've been dedicated.
Mine are like mid-40s.
Mine are like 30.
They're like 15.
Same here.
You guys hate your squads.
It's just because I can't
They
get
don't
any
do
good
There's like other
recruits.
stuff to do.
No, it's because I keep forgetting to do the 1 hour missions until it's like super late at night. And then I'm like, oh god, I need to send them out 3 times and then send them on an 18-hour mission, which means that they don't get back until late at night.
Hmm. Vicious cycle.
Yeah, it's if you do everything quote correctly, it takes 21 hours for them to do all their things.
I'll just set an alarm on my phone so I can log in and have my life revolve around my squad.
That's,
Yeah.
that's clearly the right thing to do.
It's like gardening in 11. Shit, I have to go, like, pet my tree saplings or they won't give me clusters.
Oh my goodness.
It's not quite that bad.
Actually, the way you
but-
describe 11 makes me think I would never have actually played it, because it just would have been way too time consuming. Like,
Oh, well, old 11 was. It's not nearly so much now.
But remember that that's the other reason, like, those are the only things we bring up. Because those are the things that stick out and we think are hilarious.
Yeah.
Looking back
oh,
on
okay.
it.
So,
Like 11 was a great game. They have great job variety and all sorts of stuff. But, you know, it's usually, yeah, it's like someone said, usually the things that stick out are the ones you bring up. Like, there's all sorts of shit you can bring up. Like the glitch for a while that the Gill Sellers were exploiting, which was that there's this little desert oasis town in the ass end of nowhere, in the Altepa Desert. And its only real purpose is a few quests or missions that send you there. And there's like 1 or 2 vendors that sell some spells there that pretty much you'll go there once for most people, buy all the shit you'll ever need and leave. Well, in the Oasis, you used to be able to fish there, and you used to be able to fish up rusty sublagars, which you could then convert, you could restore and sell for a comparatively large chunk of cash. And so all the guild sellers, where there were like hundreds upon hundreds of bots fishing on every server, and all they would do is fish up a rusty sublagar, restore it, vendor it, and go back to fishing.
Yeah, I've got to step away for just a couple of minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, the game was a lot more punishing in the beginning. Like, you used to lose 10% of your XP to next level on death.
couldn't
Yeah.
couldn't people kill you in like the open world like this?
There was only
Not directly.
MPK,
Oh,
and then
okay.
they fixed that early on in the overall life of the game. The problem was that mobs didn't despawn, and also mobs didn't lose aggro. So, like, they could, but there was no practical way to do it, because the only job that could actually get away from a mob was Thief, really, with Flea. And so the way mobs would work is they either aggro by sight, sound, or blood. Blood is like HP too low. And once they track you, the only way to get them off you is to cast Deodorize or use Deodorizer. But you will never get the distance to be out of their sight or sound aggro range to cast Deodorize to lose aggro. Well, back then. Now, once you get out of range enough, the mobs will break off and despawn, and also when someone leaves the train to the zone, it'll despawn. Whereas at launch, it would slowly walk back to where it spawned originally, aggroing anyone and everyone along the way. And that was how you PK'd people.
Oh my
But-
god.
But they with the XP loss per level, at later levels before they rebalanced it, it used to like increase how much XP you get to the next level by 10k each time, which was a very big deal for their setup. So they ended up capping the amount of XP you could lose on a death to 2,500. which was a pretty good help. But
If you died at, like, when I was playing that game, if you died at level 75 and you didn't get a res, you basically would take you about 3 to 4 hours of grinding XP to get it back.
Not that bad.
It was definitely that bad.
I mean, that's like Ragnarok Online. If you died at level 98, that was about 2 days worth of work.
Yeah, no, and 11 it was only like that much if you were like Beastmaster, because you were soloing all the time. But at 75, there were all sorts of merit camps, even like stuff like birds in fuck, I can't remember it. Misero could be used to recap really easily.
That wasn't when I was playing.
Well, yeah, that's Chains, which was like released like a few weeks after they unlocked the cap to 75. As I recall, or at least not that long after then, but... And even then there's weapon parties in Sky for Zillart, which you would do like full-on XP on at like 70 to 72, but were perfectly fine for capping up and meriting at 75 as well, just because of how fast you could kill them. But the game changed over time. Like at first, two-handed weapons were really, really slow, and they're still slow, but TP had this odd curve for generation, because whereas we start with a pool of TP in this game, you built it up over time in 11, and they used it on special moves. And so lots of people found out that if you played a dual-wielding job, or a job that could sub-dual wield with ninja and so on, that if you used the fastest weapons possible, you could break the TP floor and basically get TP so fast you were just spamming weapon skills. And it was, they finally fixed that a few months after Treasures of Ottergon released. I actually need to decide if I want to do a month of 11 while they're doing the current login campaign, because they have the best overall tank trust available for login points right now. Little Taru Rune Fencer. The only tanks that are better are specialized for, like, special pop fights. When is the Japanese Fan Fest? Because I want to see them, actually reveal jobs.
You mean besides the highly suggested dancer and highly suggested red mage?
What highly suggested dancer?
In the trailer?
The trailer.
She does Pique Poisson. She's a monk. Like people of it, yeah, that's the style she's using. It's kung fu.
She was doing
Looks like
dancey
she's
type
dancing
stuff.
to me.
It's the same style as Helena in DOA.
Well, anyway, pretty likely.
Mm.
It would match with the storyline of going to Alamigo also.
I would be disappointed if they made Dancer more monk-like.
Well, I mean, I imagine they would highly differentiate it from Monk.
Well, isn't
Especially,
it a healer class?
So if you go by FFT, they're like a buffer debuffer. If you go by 11, they're extremely adaptable. They're actually meant to be a self-healing tank, but if you spec them out with merits, you can make them a very strong, very fast DPS as well.
I thought the
I
DPS was
I
red,
would
which is French.
I would actually think it would be hilarious if they made Dancer into a tank class.
In 11, they're one of only 2 jobs to get basically provoke natively. They have warriors have provoke, and that's why every tank subs it. And the dancer gets animated flourish, which is the exact same thing. Of course,
Because if they had Dancer as a tank class, that would actually just make it so you had at least one tank that does not play exactly the same as every other tank.
yeah, it would be cool. Depending on what they do. If it is dancer, I would probably play it. Dancer was probably my favorite class in 11. Right up there with Rune Fencer.
Would you play Dancer if Dancer was a melee healer?
I played dancer in all sorts of roles. I was spec'd to do basically most everything.
I heard Dancer could do a lot in 11.
Yeah, so in 11, merits, for those who aren't aware, are just points you get after you're at the level cap, and you can invest them in more skills and stats and stuff. Dancer has 2 merits, Fan Dance and Saber Dance. And Fan Dance is basically, think like Sentinel for Paladins in this game, only it starts off really strong and then over its duration decreases how much it reduces damage. And that's because you can invest more points in it and lower its recast, etc. But it lasts like 5 minutes. And then Saber Dance basically makes you have ridiculous double attack rate, which, since a lot of the damage in 11 is done by auto attacks, and also double attacks affect weapon skills that can trigger during the weapon skills. So the way it worked though was that under Fan Dance you could not use Sambas, which were these debuff/buff effects that triggered when you hit a mob, and under Saber Dance you couldn't use waltzes, and waltzes were your heals. So you split it up, or you could use neither one, and then you could use both Sambas and waltzes at the same time. But a dancer could reliably main heal a party while DPSing, as long as you weren't fighting Calibri, because Calibri had a move that took away all your TP.
Those damn birds.
Yep.
Alright, so if they're planning on doing Red Mage, are they going to make it DPS, healer? Because, I mean, Red Mage was a mix between Black Magic and White Magic.
Yeah, and that's why I'm really surprised that they, decided to go with Red Mage as one of their classes, because it's gonna be disappointing no matter how they build it, because this class is so completely married to the Trinity.
I could see them going for more of a spellbladey Red Mage like 11s, and then have them be a melee pseudo magic elemental type thing or whatever.
Yeah, that is the only thing that I can imagine them actually doing, which is okay, they have a couple token healers, but they're not heals, but they're not a healer, and then the rest of it's just melee magic. So basically, Mystic Knight.
Yeah.
So melee DPS is what you're thinking?
Yeah, melee DPS doing magic damage.
And maybe also filling in kind of like a bar slot where they do a little bit less damage, but they have party buffs. Like if they could do things like in arrow or in fire your party to increase your party DPS or whatever, that could be a thing.
Yeah. That was Scholar's niche in 11, but obviously it's different here.
Do you think they might introduce hybrid classes in 4.0?
Dubious.
If they did, it would be interesting to do. I think the problem is that they'll run into the same issue that WoW had with druids at first, which was that they just weren't good enough in any one role unless you like really specifically geared and spec them, and then they only might come up to the ability of like an okay player when played excellently, and then they went into Burning Crusade and just said fuck it and made them good at everything.
It made them fucking amazing at raid healing.
Yes, and then it's like, hi, I'm a bear tank. I hit one fucking button.
Mm-hmm. Because this is the problem with Druid. You have like maybe 20 skills or something like that that you learn across the entirety of your leveling progression, and they're split between 4 different classes.
Yeah, I feel like that would be, or like even shamans, you know, as like a hybrid example. They, you know, you had to really decide which one you were going to be doing, either like magic nuker, melee DPS, or healer, and you could like do kind of shitty versions of the others that you weren't spec'd for. But hybrids are hard for this game because there are no talents.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would be interested to see Dancer done as a tank again.
So are they only coming out with 2 new classes for the next patch?
No, they have not. They have not officially announced anything, but they suggested that Red Mage is one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, the supposedly
the Scarlet Witch shirt.
Yeah, and supposedly they were, the reason they were complaining about number of jobs and stress getting it done was because they basically released 4 jobs close to, like, on the way to Heaven's Word. The 3 in Heaven's Word and Ninja. So they said they'd never do, like, a mid-expansion pack new job again.
Except that when they did it, everyone was super psyched and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horrible plan.
Everyone's like, wow, this wasn't really expected, but that's awesome.
Yeah, their biggest problem is that because they're so married to the Trinity, they can't have the job diversity that 11 has.
Also, because they don't have anything even resembling a talent system.
Yeah, well, I mean, neither did 11, really.
Well, I mean, you had, like, dual classing.
Well, yeah,
you had those.
You had sub-jobs, yeah.
You had sub-jobs, and you had, whatever those things that you got at max level.
Merits, but merits
Alright,
were not that much about spec changes. Most jobs could invest in multiple areas and do just fine. It was that the specific skill would lock something out while you were doing something. But
what made the flexibility reasonable is that the sub-jobs actually had access to good skills.
Yeah.
As opposed to in this game, the sub-job, like this cross-class skills, none of them fundamentally change anything.
You get access to Ruin.
Yeah.
You get access to Blizzard 2.
Get access to Provoke, which is kind of important.
Well, they put essential things, not like useful ways to change up the way you play the game. Right? So like imagine if you get to choose, like you can bring any 5 sub-skills from any class, right? You could be like, oh, okay, I'm going to be like strictly off tank or whatever. Sure, I'll take provoke, but the rest of them, I'm just going to take DPS abilities. And, you know, imagine if they had some of the more useful things like, okay, you can take tank cooldowns from other classes.
You can take Sentinel. That's a good.
I wish they had a more extensive cross-classable skills in this game.
Yeah, there'd still be signature skills, I'm sure, for those classes, like Sentinel. But
Yeah.
take that apart.
The separate spell and weapon skills of 11 made things work a lot better too, because each weapon and each spell type had a skill level that you could raise, and a sub job could have it equal to the level of your sub job. So you could still cap out how good a spell could be, and it would be basically just as good as that same spell would be for a level 75 character.
Alright. I'm new to this. I have no experience in here, so...
Have you watched a video / read a guide?
I've seen the video, but I wasn't really paying attention the whole time, so I missed a few things.
Alright, well, the important things are his little charge mechanic things. He'll put a symbol over his head. There are 4 symbols now instead of 2.
2, yep.
There's the yellow one is spread, a stack. Yellow one is stack, blue one is spread, then green one is in, and red one is out.
Okay.
He'll always do them in a particular order, so like if he does spread first, then the next one he's going to do is stack, and he's going to hit the spike so you can't move to change where you're standing. So you get into that position ahead of time. Same thing with the in, out, and then eventually he'll start doing multiple charges in a row, so he'll do like green, then red, and you're like, okay, get in, and then immediately get out. That's most of the deal for the first phase. There's stuff with the when he does a trap and he's going to jump on a button, it'll put like yellow circles on the ground. The first one's pretty easy. He hits the ice trap thing. There's yellow circles in the middle. You just wait for those to go away and then you run into the middle. The second one is the spike ball. He'll put explosions on everywhere except for the spike ball. You have to wait until the spike ball lands and then run right next to the buttons, or you'll get hit with either the explosions or the spike ball. There's some tank swap stuff. Whenever he does the charge with the tether, you need to run along the side as far away from it as possible, and that's when the tank swap happens. There's going to be an ad. Salenta or Drevin can tell you about who's going to pick up the ad and where. Then we do the roller phase, and you just DPS during the roller phase. And then we get to the second half, and we'll just see if we can get there first.
Alright. Probably give me a couple tries to get there.
Probably not.
FYI, also, the first tank swap, 10 seconds after the second sign, if you do a standard triple fell cleave berserk opening, like, that will happen right as you're being pacified, so.
Okay.
Good thing we have a bard so that you can... Oh, I guess not.
Well, I've had to deal with it before. I do have a macro for my berserk though.
Every second it's like, oh my god, I'm going pacified soon. Pacified soon. Wait, I'm still pacified.
No, not quite that bad.
Oh, where am I standing, Tylee?
Right.
On his right?
Yes.
Okay.
Stack up.
Stack up.
Spread.
Spread out. Spread out more than that. Spread out more than that.
Smoke. I'll pick up the ad, you stay on the boss.
Some
Alright.
Gob Rush. Rush Gob is the name of his tank buster. You want to use
sorry.
cooldowns for that.
Gotcha.
Step
This is
to
the ice
outside,
trap.
Then move back in. Middle.
Okay.
Stop attacking. This is like Blighted Bouquet.
When he jumps, you're going to follow him.
Everyone in.
Get ready for the tank buster. Yeah, the cooldown is just like
Don't go to the middle quite yet.
Get in a safe spot. And then now.
Now we're good.
Now you run as far away from him as possible along the edge. And now you're back. To DPS.
Gotcha. This is the part we know well.
Out.
Out.
Then in.
building.
I don't know why I put away my weapon as if I'm gonna auto attack.
He's about to jump, so that might have not been this.
Yep.
Okay.
Now we
so-
kill the roller.
It's just like a big bag.
Does it push you back when it
It will
Do not
kill
be
you.
near it when you go to
Yeah,
push back.
Yeah.
get away from it.
Alright, so he's gonna jump and have an ad.
how do you pick it up?
Salento? Out then spread, then in. Ow, ow, ow. I'm dead.
Okay.
Come up in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, you'll pick up the egg, so I'm gonna stay on the boss when it does.
Do I bring the ad or do I stay here?
You'll
The
want to take them opposite of where the boss is.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh god, I got pushed into the lightning. My bad.
I'm dead.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Stay in the middle. Stay in the middle.
No, that's
So I'm like, he jumped over, so I'm supposed to drag him to the.
As far away as you can.
Okay.
And have the back facing us.
Yeah, so you have to be facing the boss.
Yep.
Just for future reference, the boss is always going to jump pretty much right here when he does that.
to B.
Okay.
So you're going to want to take him all the way down towards A.
Gotcha.
Just be careful that Matt does not step on a button. No one else steps on a button. Except when necessary. And if you have to, you can eat the heights. It's only like 15k. Maybe 20k.
Not a bad first pull.
Yep, we got to basically.
Oh, I forgot to eat food.
I'm usually a quick learner.
Stack. Spread.
I fucking hate that you can't. Your character won't turn to
Oh.
face the boss at least.
Nice. Would you like
And then I got a crit for 13k.
Is it the ice one?
At least this is much more forgiving than the Honor Shield.
I notice how Dragon gets pushed up against the wall.
Yeah, you will get knocked back if you get hit by any of his attacks.
shot ones. You don't want to be in the middle yet. And
Run away. Run away. In and out.
Buster.
I forgot how much DPS time we get there.
Buster.
Out. Spread the
Oh, that was not what I thought it was.
I got to eat. Yeah, he's going to jump to B.